I would like to start by a comparison or an example that really illustrates that the power of the word, that's a pretty significant force. So when you write, you should keep that in mind as a content creator that has the potential to affect your audiences. In 2010 movie The Book of Eli, and you can see the main character on the screen, the main character Eli saves the last copy of the Bible in a post-apocalyptic world where the Bible is seen by some people as a tool and source of power. So written word is considered a powerful force that can cause world wars or save the humanity. And that's just one example from the world of art and culture that illustrates that certain books and the power of word overall should not be underestimated, because they really do affect people's hearts and minds. And when we write and create content for people, we should remember about it. So let's move on to the next one. So let's think about whether writing skills are necessary, and if they are they only necessary for journalists or people that work as reporters? Well, not really, because even if you want to work in any other part of or area of the mass media field, you will need writing skills still. So let's say you are looking for a job. You'll need your writing skills to be able to be persuasive when you write cover letters, to communicate to people that will make decisions related to your career. When it comes to establishing professional social media presence, again, you need writing skills. To create a cohesive LinkedIn page, for example, that will help you find those job connections. And networking overall, let's say if you get a chance to talk to someone that can help you or become a really great contact for you career-wise, of course, being able to write persuasively and to create good quality writing might be useful here. So even if somehow you don't really see your future in the mass media field, which I'm sure most of you do, writing skills, it's one of those areas that actually can help you in your career, no matter what that career is or career path. So let's move on to the next slide. What are the components of good writing? Let's take a quick overview of them. The first one is efficiency. And that's overall the ability of the writer to make sure that your reader's time is not wasted. And the reason why, I'm sure you've been in that situation as a reader before, when you click on the page because you like the headline or the picture attached to a news story, and then you find out that the news story goes on and on for paragraphs, yet you still have no idea what the story is about. Of course, you'll close the window and you'll stop reading. Especially now in the 21st century, when people have extremely congested schedules, nobody really has much time to read a story that lacks substance. And that's one thing that we will really work hard on this semester, is making sure that your story is straight to the point. It doesn't have any general conclusions and considerations, but more so than anything, it just has substance. So it's very straightforward, and it really provides all the information your readers need. Efficiency is number one. The second component of good writing is precision. Very close to efficiency, but not quite exactly the same. Precision means that all your words are used for their exact meanings. And this means that sometimes you have to research your terms, especially if you write about some new area or topic. The third component is clarity. And the basic assumption here that it is clear what the author was trying to say in your story. If someone reads your story and they have no idea what you're talking about, most likely you lost your reader's attention. Another issue here is that sometimes you interview a source, you put the quotes in your story, and you realize that your source is talking about something that you're not familiar with. For example, if you interview a scholar, a scientist, or a businessman, an entrepreneur, or a businesswoman, sometimes they might use terms that you're not familiar with. If something is unclear to you as a writer, will it be clear to your readers? Of course not. So clarity, establishing that clarity on every level, at every step of the writing process is very important. Because when you conduct reporting, when you conduct interviews, when you work in the field, when you put your story together, when you edit, all of that is aimed at creating that sense of clarity, at making sure that you communicate the idea to your reader in the most transparent, precise way possible. And then the fourth one is modesty. And that's the idea that the author is not trying to impress readers with jargon and complicated sentence structures. But also, overall modesty is a quality of a good writer and editor, because writing involves a lot of back and forth with your editor, a lot of editing, a lot of being able to share feedback and accept feedback. So overall, the process of writing, especially if you work in the newsroom, it's not about who is the most perfect writer in the world, because this person does not exist. It's about being able to help each other and share what you know and your knowledge and experience in order to improve the story, to make sure that your reader can read the best product possible, that you create the best content possible, and you improve it for your readers.